Hi everyone, back again with me. I'm Ilaysa Hizazi with student number. And welcome to my pronunciation practice video. Alright, today I'm going to read some minimal pairs. Do you know what is minimal pairs? Alright, minimal pairs is a words who have a similar sound but have a different vowel sounds. And now, I will say each word clearly and slowly so we can hear the difference together. Okay, let's get started. Alright, for the first minimal pairs, we're going with short I and long I. Bean and bend. For example, I eat a bean for a lunch. And I throw a trash to the bin. Bean and bend. Cheap and chip. This bag is very cheap. I want potato chip. Cheap and chip. Eel and ill. For example, the eel is slippery and she feels ill today. Eel and ill. Eat and it. For example, I like to eat burger. And don't touch it. Eat and it. Sit and sit. For example, take a seat here please. And please sit here. Sit and sit. Did and did. For example, a good deed makes you happy. And I did my homework. Feet and fit. For example, my feet are cold. And this shirt doesn't fit me. Feet and fit. Green and grin. For example, the grass is green. And he gave me a big grin. Green and grin. Heat and hit. For example, the heat is unbearable today. And don't hit my cat. Heat and hit. Peel and pill. For example, please peel the banana for me. And he took a pill for her headache. Peel and pill. Alright, that's all the minimal pairs of long I and short I vowels. For the next, we will go with A and O vowel sounds. Cart and cock. Cart, cock. For example, he pushed a cart to the store. She cocked ball easily. Cart, cock. Bomb, born. For example, the bomb exploded loudly. And I was born at January. Bomb and born. Cut, cock, cut, cock. For example, the baby sleeps in a cot. And I cock a cold. Cut, cock. Lark and lock. Lark, lock. For example, a lark singing in the morning. And don't forget to lock the door. Lark, lock. Lark, lock. Calm and calm. For the example, stay calm during the exam. And we lost our communication. Farm and form. For the example, my uncle owns the farm. And please fill the form. Farm, form. palm and pole. For the example, the coconut fell from a palm tree. And Paul is my best friend. Palm, pole. Cat and dog. For the example, we had a cat for a dinner. And that dog is barking loudly. Cat and dog. Cat and dog. Cat and cord. Cat and cord. For the example, cat tastes so fresh. And please pluck the cord. Cut and cord. Bar, bore. For the example, we met you at a coffee bar. And a nice film, but it's bored me. It's nice film, but it's bored me. Bar and bore. Alright, that's all the example of minimal pairs with a and o vowel sounds. For the next, we will go with e and a vowel sounds. Cross and cross. For the example, his cross joke offended her. And I don't eat pizza crust. Crest, cross. Clamp, clump. For the example, use a clamp to hold it tight. And there's a clump of dirt on the floor. Clamp, clump. Ran and run. For the example, she ran across the field. And let's go for a run. Flap and fluff. For the example, the bird began to flap its wings. And there's a fluff on your sweater. Flap and fluff. Tag and tuck. For the example, use a tag to hang a poster. Please tuck in your shirt. Tag, tuck. Trash and thrust. Trash, thrust. For the example, don't throw trash on the ground. And I trust you forever. Trash, trust. Crab, scrub. Crab, scrub. For the example, we see a crab on the beach. And please scrub the table. Crab, scrub. Crab, scrub. Crash and crush. For the example, I hear a loud crash outside. And I have a crush on you. Crash, crush. Flash and flush. For the example, the flash was too bright. And please flush the toilet. Flash and flush. Flash, flush. Lack and lock. Lack, lock. For the example, I feel a lack of sleep. And good luck on your test. Lack and lock. Lack, lock. Alright, that's all the example of minimal pairs with e and o vowel sounds. Now, we're going with e and o vowel sounds. Dot and that. For the example, there's a red dot on the paper. And that boy is funny. That and dot. Cop and cap. For the example, the cop stopped the car. And he wears a blue cap. Cop and cap. Pop and pop. For the example, I hear a balloon pop. And she ate a pap for a breakfast. Pop and pap. Shop and chap. For the example, let's go to the shop. And he a nice chap. Shop, chap. Stop and strap. For the example, please stop talking. And the bag strap is broken. Stop and strap. Top and tap. For the example, she climbed to the top. And turn off the tap, please. Top and tap. Top, tap. Got and get. Got, get. For the example, may God bless you. And he likes to get about town. Got, get. Odd and add. Odd, add. For the example, that's an odd question. And don't forget to add sugar. Odd, add. Rod and red. For the example, he caught a fish with a rod. And the skateboard trick was red. Rod and red. Sot and sat. Sot, sat. For the example, the gardener laid the sod easily. And she felt so sad after the movie. Sot and sad. Alright, that's all the pronunciation practice video from me. I had fun to do these activities and I hope you enjoyed listening too. Maybe that's all from me. See you on the next video. Have a good day.